having a good day? Hey, thanks, April. Cat paw. Hope you're having a good day. Aw, big hearts. Love you back.
I didn't really look at any pictures of camels before I started, so.
I know. I was like, oh, you want to draw a camel, eh?
I just thought it sounded good for Hump Day.
Why not? If you mess up, you can always flip it over, right?
Exactly. I can't remember how long their tails are. I don't know anything about them really. I really didn't think this through very good. I just started.
You got a good start.
Let's see what we get. Imagine they got some kind of crazy long leg thing going on here. Sort of shoulder blade thing going on. Sort of forearm thing. And we kind of got longer legs like mooses. Kind of like sand moose. What this looks like. It looks like a sand moose.
Uh-huh.
If I had the hump up here, it would be a moose.
Hello.
Did not get everything I needed. I forgot to get that little frame thing that I...
Where is it?
Right there.
Oh, shit. Sorry. It was already in motion.
Yep.
Trying to entertain our little dog friend behind the scenes. How are you guys today? Doing good? Sun's out. A little breezy, but it's pretty warm in Louisville, Kentucky today. Hope you're doing good today.
My first camel.
Yeah. Yep, off today. Sweet. Good catch, buddy. He has lots of other lenses. That's one of his favorites. This is so wild to me, so cool. Thanks.
This is my first camel. Pretty stoked on it at the moment.
Now, you didn't sketch it out first or anything.
I didn't even think about it. I just said I'm going to do a camel for Hump Day. It is Wednesday, isn't it?
It is.
Sometimes you got to double check. When you live a loose artist life.
Camels can live up to 50 years.
Wow.
Did you know camels and llamas are cousins?
Yeah, I figured as such.
I did not know that.
Ruminant animals without hooves.
They can run up to 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, I figured that.
Hella dope. Thank you.
They have races. They have camel races in other parts of the world where they have camels predominantly. They're so fast and fun to watch do their things. I'll draw some sort of little sagebrush type bushes here.
They can completely shut their nostrils during sandstorms.
Yeah. And their ears, from what I've gathered, if I remember correctly, they close their ear flaps.
Interesting. Love your creativity. Thank you.
Make a little miniature sagebrush type thing here. I don't know what it really looks like in that part of the world, but as a young person, I spent some time in the high mountain desert of Nevada and Utah. And there's a lot of what they call greasewood and sagebrush in the desert area up there.
They can drink up to 40 gallons of water at a time.
Yeah. And I think their blood cells are kind of elastic too, so they can absorb more water into their blood.
Exactly.
Fascinating creatures.
And their humps let them store up to 80 pounds of fat, which they can live off for weeks and even months.
Interesting. I didn't know what the hump was for. It makes sense though.
Who knew? There are over 160 words for camel in Arabic alone. You guys are awesome. I love the work. Thanks.
Thank you.
Love you back. They can carry up to 900 pounds for 25 miles a day.
Wow. And that's why they were the beast of burden for the Silk Road, I guess.
Makes sense. And the way they're made up, they can lay in the hot sand. Thick pads of skin on their chest and knees.
Yeah. I saw like I don't know if it was a real documentary or not, but it was about some Mongolians and they would take and cut the chest fur off and then make ropes that they used to tie the camels up.
This is great. Where's his tail?
I'm getting there.
Getting there. Looking awesome, bro. Your chainsaw friend. Hey,
friend. Is it a
friend.
long tail or a short tail?
It's kind of a short tail from what I've seen.
Well,
Want me to show you real quick?
let's go just get advice.
Beautiful artwork, very unique. I used to have camels, 3 of them. They are like giant puppies. Interesting. That's really cool. Long with a tassel on the end, someone says.
I thought it had a tassel on it, kind of like a
Thanks. Nice tail. Chainsaw guy says hello.
cow. Hello, chainsaw guy.
Beautiful artwork, very unique. Thanks.
My first camel I've ever drawn. Like, I don't even think I've drawn a camel by pencil drawing yet.
You haven't. Not that I've noticed.
I know not all of them have 2 humps. Some of them have just the 1 hump, I think.
That's the dromedary one. I just looked that up.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Wow, I think I've missed it. Do you guys have a cat? We have 3, actually. And a dog. Cheese hound. Ball obsessed. I'm impressed for not having sketched that out first. Hump day! I'm amazed. Well, thanks. The tree is awesome. Thanks, Chainsaw Guy.
Thank you.
He did that recently. Getting in the holiday spirit.
I think I'm going to put some ornaments behind her. Maybe I'll do another one that has a...
Straight freehand. That's amazing. Thank you.
Some people might say it's fake, but... we kid. We joke too much. We'll do a little happy little Bob Ross like scene back here. Burn this mountain ridge in real deep. This cow's kind of part of this desert landscape, these dunes, so that's kind of why I got this line extending through it the way I do.
Can this be done on cloudy days? Unfortunately, no. So when the sun's out, we get out here.
Yeah. We've both been positioned in our lives to dedicate our whole life to this now.
This
So
is
when the
crazy.
sun's out, we can do it. Whenever we can.
Definitely found your niche. Thanks. I like being his #1 fan.
I like having her as my #1 agent. My media liaison. She was already good at having to answer emails and everything, and it's way better to be answering them for me. She's already having to sacrifice her whole day for something. It's best to sacrifice it for us.
How come the picture frame? He
Oh.
kind of cracked his
I
lens
broke this lens,
and wah,
so if
wah.
I have to hold it flat, my hands get really tired. And I got a table saw, and I got a miter saw, and I got wood. I just I start making art and I forget to make the things I need to make, and then I quit making art and I got other things to do. And therefore my day just gets away from me, and I've never been good at homework. I'm really good at testing.
He can still use it.
Yeah, so I can still use it, so I can pass this test right here.
It's just a little more challenging.
If I do my homework, it would be a little bit nicer.
This is amazing. Thanks.
A little layer of mountains back here, a little layer of dunes behind it.
Sound like you said layer of doom.
For some
Well, it
people,
looks
the
cool
desert,
with it regardless. Thanks.
for
That's
some people,
dope.
the desert would be a layer of doom.
Thanks.
The desert can be desolate, unforgiving. I got lost in the desert when I was 15 years old. I got lost in the desert in northern Nevada. It was 116 degrees out. I was on a moped and I was going up a road that had a whole bunch of cutbacks that I didn't see when I was headed up and around the road. Then on the way back down the road, I saw all the different options that I didn't know existed, and then I didn't know which option I should take, and then I took the wrong option. I wound up out in the middle of the desert just driving around, out in sagebrush, 116 degrees, nothing but sunlight. It got a little scary for a moment there.
I love how you even doodled on the fence. I noticed that one other time.
Yeah.
He likes to have fun with it. Much love. Y'all have a great day. You too, Chainsaw Guy.
You too, Chainsaw Guy. Have a great day.
You have the Joe Dirt story when his parents left him at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, pretty much. I got a bunch of those stories.
Mr. Fresnel.
My dad was so worried about me. When I came back, he was pacing around in circles.
Can you make little footprints? Probably.
I might be able to. I have to think about what they'd really look like.
Surprised I don't see any comments about burning ants. Oh, we get those. And when we do...
You go on the fence.
He burns an ant.
They're not the best ants, but they're representatives.
That's awesome. Thanks. He's never really burned ants.
No, I started doing this as an adult, so I missed out on the ant burning years.
That's why I said it, LOL. Oh. Gotcha. There's another ant.
We put one on the fence, though.
Oh. Where'd it go, friend?
Ah, I see. He wanted one on the fence.
He got one.
Awesome. Good looking out. I like that.
Ants are easy. We need to find a big bug. There have been several flying insects that have tried to fly into the flame.
Yeah.
That's so cool. He's doing that with the sun. Yes, and a Fresnel lens. This is fire. It is, literally. But thank you.
Have you tried holding the...
Not yet. I will.
Cool. I was just curious.
Gotta make extra crispy turkey skin this year.
Oh, yeah. I got a ham I'm going to pull out here in just a little bit.
Cook it. Will this be for sale?
Yes.
If you're interested, feel free to send a message through TikTok or email or solarcombustion.art, which is on the piece of wood up there, and it's in our bio. Thanks for the donut. How much?
Probably $3.50. Probably about $3.50 for this.
Including shipping.
Shipping and tax and everything included.
It's a good size piece.
It's 24 by 32. And it's my first camel ever. Trying to figure out where I want the sun to live.
Did you find it? There you go. Good. Is this called sun burning art? He calls it solar combustion art.
Because of this moment right here.
Let me get these glasses out and see if we can... Oh, this might work. We'll see. Well, it looks a little different.
Let me see if I can get you just a nice dot to look at.
Trying to use the welding glasses.
You might just have to make sure you square the angle up on them. Oh, you are. Are they working at all?
Yeah, a little bit. Thank you. Trying to... Yeah, that makes it better, I think.
You can probably see a little bit more what the focal dot looks like.
Definitely gets smaller.
Without it, it's probably like 4 times as big.
I've had a lens like that from an old projector TV, 5x6. Awesome.
I love mine. I have several. When I first started collecting, that was what I collected lenses, was the old projector lenses. And as I became more of an artist, I started looking for lenses that I can make better art with.
Ooh, the welding glasses made it look awesome. Thanks. Awesome. That was our first time doing that.
It's something I realized this morning. I had a nice lens that I could, a nice glass that I could use for that.
Ooh, another donut. Thanks.
It was a good circle that time. Drawing perfect circles is always that little, like, as an artist, it's one of those things you always kind of strive to make a better circle.
That's so cool. Thanks. Crazy skills. Appreciate it.
And then I always strive to make a better one of these sun ray burst things.
I'm gonna clean these lenses and then try. Oh, jeez, there's on the phone. Have you ever tried this before, Miss Wife? Once. He makes it look a lot easier than it is. That's all I can say. Hope you're a little warmer today. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it actually is warmer today.
I possess a lot of previous skills in life that lead it to where this is kind of something I'm good at. I used to be really into martial arts and things of that nature at one point in time in my existence.
Awesome.
So I've spent since my early 30s, I've spent my whole life, or my early 20s, I've spent my whole life, almost 30 years now, meditating on martial arts and physical movement. I used to be obsessed with body mechanics. So there's a lot of things that led to this point in my life.
You're welcome. I enjoy watching the process so much. Thank you. Amazing. Love the innovation. Thank you. Thank you. How much for a custom? It really kind of depends.
And depends on what it is. If it's something that because a custom piece requires me to dedicate a lot of my lifetime to something that might not naturally come out of my body.
So we usually just say feel free to send a message or email, and we'll see.
If it's something that I feel like is going to come out of me, okay.
Do it justice.
And I can do a proper picture for somebody, and everybody's happy. I'm very interested in that concept.
To see this live is crazy. We love a man with hobbies.
This is beyond hobby.
He also makes the coffee every day and cooks amazing tacos. That gets hot quick. Yes, it does.
Yeah, this thing's 2,000 degrees at the focal point. I'm down into a halfway point. If you can see right now, I only got half a circle. There's a house back here blocking part of my focal point. So I'm gonna go back up here into the clouds. I'm gonna draw some clouds.
Oh, I get it. It took me a second. Someone asked, do you think you could do the Sublime Sun? And I was like, oh, the band. Oh, I get it. A squirrel picture. Make tacos with that.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of requests to
I might have her go inside and get this ham here in a minute.
to burn food or cook food. We're gonna see what happens.
Just so I can show you what it would do to the human body if.
Never seen anything like this. Love it. How long did it take for the picture he's doing? We started around noonish.
However long this live's been on.
About half an hour so far.
So far about a half an hour then. Yeah.
So cool. Sick. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. He's been doing this 13 years. Tattoo a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I might have to ask for one. What's your favorite animal to do?
Not sure really. I've done a lot of cats and a lot of fish. I kind of like donkeys. I've been messing with cows, so I'm just not good at reproductions. My wife is a great illustrator. She can take a picture and look at it and illustrate it. I can take a picture and look at it and just destroy it. But I can, out of my imagination, I can make things. It's bizarre. Like I'll never be happy with my illustration. Or I don't put the work in to become a good illustrator. How's that?
Lots of comments. Lots of a Highlands cow would be awesome.
Oh, I would love to do a Highlands cow.
Do you sell online? We do. That's solarcombustion.art. It's on that piece of wood up there. It's also in our bio. That's our website.
I was just telling her a story about a Highlands cow from the Hump mountain region of Tennessee. It had a horn spread on it that was probably 5 feet wide. I came around the Appalachian Trail in 2005. That was forever ago. It feels like another lifetime now. Little rock, little happy little rock.
Love how free-minded this man is too. Thank you.
Thank
Do
you.
ghost face. Highlands cow would be awesome. How much is this one?
I'd like to get $350 for it, including shipping. Like that's shipping included.
And taxes and everything.
Yeah, that's final price.
It's a good size piece too.
It's 24 by 32.
Blah, blah, blah. He's been doing this 13 years. How did he get into doing this?
I started collecting lenses in 2008. And at the end of 2009, I started thinking maybe if I could just write people's names or something like that, I could spend a little bit more time with the lenses. And then early 2010, I had something show up in my house that I thought was sent to teach me how to draw. And then from there I started kind of doodling. And then I had a near-death experience on Easter weekend. And then from my near-death experience, I woke up from it thinking I was on a mission from God to make art with the sun and magnifying glasses so that one day I could create a place where people could be nice to each other and have a good time for a little bit.
Yeah.
And share interesting ideas.
People, we actually mailed a big piece to Colorado yesterday. We mailed some other pieces to Maine and Missouri.
I'll be going back to mail a piece to New York, hopefully here in another day or so.
Yeah, we have been at festivals
Mostly
around here in Louisville, Kentucky.
And mostly folk art festivals is what I've been involved in so far in my life.
Dude, love your vibe. Thanks.
Thank you. Love you back. Not a whole lot of grass out in the desert.
The lens is from an old TV projector kit.
This made your little TV a big TV. It was a magnifier kit. Back in the 70s and 80s when TVs were really expensive and really small, you could buy a little kit that made your TV bigger.
What's he doing? He is concentrating sunlight to make a 2,000 degree focal point.
That's when you get the thing out here. Show him here a little bit. Thank you, little face.
Yeah, thanks for the donut. How do you fix the overspray? Sometimes hosing it off.
Sometimes you can scrape at it a little bit. I sometimes encourage it. This right here, I'll probably wash it off just because it's a little much. It takes away from the background too much. Or I might get a magic eraser and just kind of brush at it just to separate, because I still like some of it coming off of the mountains.
Thank you. Beautiful art. Appreciate it. Wood burn, but not with the sun. LOL. That's next level. Cool.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'll clean these glasses off a little bit. Let's see if I can put some Mulder's glasses over here and really get a good look at it. Do you ever chisel and then hit it?
No.
No. And we're in Louisville, Kentucky.
But I sometimes hit it and then I brush it out. And I'll blow it out. And then when you hit it again, it burns it in deeper again.
Oh, it's looking forward to Friday. My beautiful piece will arrive in Colorado.
Awesome.
Sweet.
I'm so happy. So excited for you to get it.
The people at UPS were impressed with his packaging skills.
And it should open up for a pretty good reveal. It's pretty, I tried to think about like how it's going to look when you open it up too. So I hope you're happy when you get it. I'm excited for you.
He's never done ghost face, but he's done a lot of interesting characters like this one over here he did the other day, and some skeletons.
Oh, Ghostface is the one from Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could probably do that though.
We like the Scream movies. Do you have a favorite type of wood to use?
I
I like pine. It
I
smells
don't know
good.
if I like them, but I watch them.
I like them.
I have a weird aversion, a weird thing about horror movies, but she
I
loves
love
them,
horror
so
movies. He's seen some horrible
I can't
Horror
watch
movies.
The Conjuring anymore though, because it messes me up too bad.
This guy is different. Love it. Thank you. Hey, West Virginia.
The way my subconscious mind works,
pretty
it's a little
there.
too much for me to be around too much of that demon TV stuff. I can't deal with it.
This is turning out really good.
So, most shady day clouds for this camel.
I truly believe I will adore it. Thank you. Aw.
Thank you very much.
Some birds in the background.
Yeah, probably so. There's some little birds like right here.
He made our wedding piece. It's a huge, is that a full sheet of plywood?
No, it's 5 foot by 3.5, something like that.
Oh, it's two big lovebirds. I love it.
Is that good?
Yeah.
3 birds are always the good number to put in there.
Bring it here, silly.
It's a magical number for birds.
Do you draw it out first and go over it? No. He actually didn't even like practice sketching on a Post-it note.
We just said it was hump day, and I said I'm going to do a camel because it's hump day. And I went for it.
Nice.
And I started with the hump. I started with the rump. I started right here at the rump. And I went around the rump, and I came up and I did a hump. And then once I did the hump, I came up here and did a little head.
Wow, much respect.
Once I did the head, I had to figure out what the mouthpiece looked like, sort of, and then I thought about Joe Camel. You know, because I'm a Gen Xer, so I was propagandized too heavily by the Camel Company. I wanted to be cool and have a Joe Camel jacket. I did not. I was not a cigarette smoker as a kid. I
Uh-oh.
picked up smoking as an adult.
People truly amaze me. This is awesome. Thanks and hello. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. We're in Louisville, Kentucky. It was cloudy yesterday. Oh shoot.
You almost knocked the grill off.
That's okay.
My face grill.
It's actually amazing. Never seen nothing like this. Thank you. Can you buy his art? Yes, you can. Solarcombustion.art. It's right up there on that piece of wood. It's also in our bio.
We have kind of the last show of the year that we know of right now.
Hey,
Coming
New
up
Mexico.
Next weekend, or this weekend. Then after that, we'll be updating our website with more art. Like, can't make art for that show and then upload it on the website. And so,
How often is it updated?
hopefully monthly.
Yeah,
Hopefully
but
bi-weekly even eventually.
after this Sunday, like he said, we've got a show this Sunday, and after that, we're going to be posting a whole bunch of stuff.
It's all still brand new to us. It's only 2 months old, so.
Santas or snowmen? Not yet.
Not yet. Not sure if I'll get to them this
Hey,
year.
Arkansas. I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Where did the house cat go? They gotta do whatever they want. They're somewhere. If you're talking about the art, there's a bunch in the house. Fresno Fantasy Art. Dig it. Can't wait to buy my first piece. Sweet.
Oh, man.
Solarcombustion.art. And if you see anything in any videos, just send an email or message about it.
Some of it's not really in a finished state, but it can be finished.
Oh,
really
love you
easily.
back. Good way to start a campfire. It sure is.
It does work during the summertime.
How much to buy this one? Asking, huh?
Asking $350.
Includes taxes and shipping.
Get too much further into it, I may ask for.
I want that one. All right, send us a message, email.
It can be yours.
Solarcombustion.art.
Sold.
We'll work it out.
Sold. I'm still going to put a frame around it.
He clear coats everything too to give it a nice finish and prevent smudging. I will. Oh, someone said $375.
It's a first come, first serve.
Yeah. Uh-oh, $400.
First come, first serve. First one to
This is great. Thank you, guys.
Just being silly.
We appreciate it all. This is art.
I'm not trying to box anybody out, but it's one of those. It is kind of first come, first serve.
How much? I'll buy it today. Asking $350. But it looks like some people are going up, which is cool. This is so 625 hit my message. 550, 5,000. Oh my God. 750.
5,000.
Yeah, right. How about the first person to
First person is Zell.
message Zell.
Zell us cash offer above 350.
We have PayPal, Venmo, Zelle.
I'm just being silly so far. Whatever y'all want to do.
This is just fun. Thanks for having fun with us, guys. My favorite couple, super lovely.
Thank you. We are here to have a good time and spread love on this earth. We've been truly blessed with a charmed life.
Has he ever tried using a smaller magnifying glass?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I have all the way down to microscope lenses. This is just the one I prefer to make art with because I can make a really.
All right, I'm gonna
Speed of
go.
my imagination.
Let me see here. Oh, you can also, well, maybe I should just give out some info here. A wolf? I don't think you've done a wolf yet, but that would be cool.
I've tried. We got that one wolf guy on the magic carpet.
And PayPal, just Michelle Keith. Michelle with one L. M-I-C-H-E-L-E, Keith.
Might have to slide down here so I can get this bottom.
That turned out so good.
I have to slide down though because I gotta get this bottom of this picture.
My mom's a Michelle with one L too. Awesome. We're out there.
It's your all season. It's the season of Michael.
We're from Louisville, Kentucky. Gotta move.
Everybody's gotta move.
Oh boy.
It's never easy. Because everything has to be in the back. 5 minutes from now, I won't have any of this issue. It's crazy, but I don't feel like waiting 5 minutes. I want to finish drawing. I'm all hyped on this picture. Try to make a little bit of like sand or something.
I'm gonna check the old email, see if anybody was really serious.
You gotta do that stuff. They turn out sometimes they're serious.
What's the one on the bottom right? That one right there?
This
Some
one here?
old geometric stuff.
The geometric butterfly. It's kind of a geometric butterfly idea I had a long time ago.
Thanks.
This shadow I'm going to put in here. Doing a shadow? Are you crazy? You crazy. Billy's doing shadows and stuff today. Kidding me? What? No way.
So cool. Thanks.
No way. I don't ever really do shadows like this. think about doing shadows. Hey, look at us go. We're doing a shadow even.
Never seen anything like this. Very unique. Thanks. If you're interested in this piece, just send us a message or solarcombustion.art. It's in our bio and on that wood there. It's our website.
Maybe asking 400 for this one here soon. This one's starting to really be one of my more, starting to get attached to this one.
He does have smaller magnifying glasses, but that's his favorite, the 18-inch Fresnel lens.
And also, it's like I'm working on a technique. So my goal is to one day always be able to get almost everything I want to get with a small lens with this lens. Just by purely technique alone. Understanding this focal moment.
Oh, it does smell good. Super good.
It's kind of like a little oasis here.
Is everything in the yard complete works or just things he messed around with? A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Some of them are complete. Some of them need some finishing touches like clear coating and picture wire, but they're done.
Out of everything on TikTok, this is the only normal, insane live feed, I swear. Wow. I don't think we've ever been called normal insane.
Yeah. I live a life of pretty eccentric, out of the normal world, but you know.
Thanks.
I appreciate that. I say that, but I really am kind of I deal with some stuff that a lot of people don't deal with, as far as etherical beings and things of that nature, you know.
It would affect his eyesight, but he wears welder's glasses.
Also, there's a lot of not staring directly at the focal point. When you're doing like large swaths, you don't focus on the focal point. The focal point's kind of shifting back and forth between your eyes, and you kind of move around. I move my eyeballs around a lot more to protect.
That's
from
awesome.
Some of that moment.
Thank you, thank you. Cool skill. Thank you. Yep. Fresnel lens. Fresnel.
Really nothing that fancy about them though. It's just a giant picture reader pretty much, or a page reader. You can get a smaller one at Borders or any of those bookstores, Barnes and Noble. You can get a smaller one that's the size of a piece of paper. And those will make fine art. Like, actually they're better sometimes for making fine art than this. This is just what I choose to use because I was obsessed with magnifying glasses in the sun before I was an artist. So I didn't really come about this like trying to be an innovative artist. I came about this like a crazy person that had a bunch of lenses that was put on a mission from God, so to speak. And therefore, through no fault of my own, I've become an artist. I just do what I'm told. This is the path that was presented to me, and this is the path I have to live now. This is what I usually do to kind of get shadows. I just smudge down. And if I don't like the amount of smudging, I might burn a little bit deeper into it.
Thank you. Unique art. Thank you.
Smudge down
And this
again.
piece is really unique. He's never done a camel. He didn't even draw it out first today. Your arm's got to be on fire.
Yeah. I've got a lot of intrinsic muscle memory built up, so I do a lot of relaxing into different positions. So as I get tired in one position, I've learned to relax into another position. So maybe I'm like this and they start to get to be tired, my hand starts to ache, and maybe I just change up above me again and I move to a different piece of the wood that's a little bit easier to draw on at that time. See, when you get these smoke tails, the smoke acts as like a particle, as a flame accelerator. So when it hits that smoke, there's less albedo, like so there's less reflectivity from the wood. So it just gets even hotter quicker. It's one of those you kind of got to be careful when you get to places that you see extra smudging on. Kind of an oasis this little camel's headed to, a little drinking hole. He's gonna go get his 40 gallons.
No, I did not see your question. I'm sorry. What was the question?
What's your question?
I get distracted trying to keep this little dog entertained behind the scenes and throwing the ball and stuff. And then sometimes when I go back to try to see things I miss other things in the process. How long does it take to make one?
I've got it down to where I can do some reasonable sized pieces in 2-3 hours. Like this one's probably going to have about 3 hours into it when it's all said and done with. I'm going to get a bigger lens out and do some framing, and the framing process takes longer than I realize it takes probably. It makes it really a lot cooler. And
Do you make the stencil, then burn it? No stencil, all freehand.
All freehand. This is my first camel ever. I've never drawn a camel before today. I didn't even look at any camel pictures. I just try to conjure one up in my mind. The shifting dunes. Camel's in the last little oasis.
Who would have thought? This is amazing. Thank you. How do you get precise lines?
It's a lot of practice and studying of this moment here. If she were to, you have the little glass thing handy?
Oh, yeah.
So what you see is a giant washed out dot.
All right, let me get the welder's glasses up here and zoom in. Yep.
You see, like, before you probably just saw a big giant circle, and now you can see that there's an even smaller circle the size of a pencil eraser is about what I would describe it as.
If we put this huge lens in grease with such strong sun, wood will burn in seconds. Yep, that's why he calls it solar combustion art. Cool as hell. Thanks.
I'm going to frame this one up real quick. There's my lenses. Where have I got the big lens? Woo. It's hot out there in the sun today.
Are you British? No.
Where did I put the big lens?
We are in Louisville, Kentucky.
Right on the side of the house.
While he finds his big lens. It's our little dog. That's a cat he did yesterday, maybe?
Oh my. That's a good little catching dog. He's a good little catching dog.
He likes a bigger lens to burn the edges and to frame it up.
This is the lens when I first started making art in 2010, 2011. This is the lens I used to make all my art with back in the day when I first started. My art was very crude in the beginning. I was just compulsed by the lenses and the sun and the events of my life to make art. I knew that one day I would wind up in some sort of situation like this where we'd make a really nice place for people to hang out and be nice to each other and talk about interesting things, like the concepts of the power of the sun.
He does have smaller pieces that aren't quite so large. Someone asked, can you make smaller ones for apartments?
I can. I like to make these large ones for TikTok Live. You know, sometimes when I'm not live, I will make smaller ones. And I've done TikTok Lives where I make a series of smaller ones at once. So I can do another one of those for you all, and you can see that I can do. I can perform the same thing on just, I can do 4 smaller pictures pretty quick.
Huge artist, no doubt. Thanks. How many hours you get of good sun this time of year?
About 3 hours, 4 hours of good sun a day. It's getting less every day. As we approach the solstice, we'll get less and less sunlight until we get to the maximum, to the minimum of sunlight available.
He's talented to be able to control it enough to make pictures. Thanks.
Thank you.
Actually, he wears welder's glasses to protect his eyes. He's been doing this 13 years. I'm sure he'd like to do it for more.
Yeah. I have to do it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, he better.
Sorry, camel.
Sorry, camel. Another one bites the dust. One of those, I need to get it up to the edge so I can burn the bottom.
Yeah, when he's got the hoodie up, the hood on, it kind of masks the glasses. How much do you sell them for?
I'm asking $350 to $400 for this one right now.
It includes taxes and shipping, which for good sized pieces like this. What is this again? 24 by 32?
Yes. So it's a 1/6 of a sheet of plywood.
There are smaller ones on our website, solarcombustion.art.
And there will be even more smaller ones next week after this weekend.
Is that big one by him done? Which big one? This old door here?
This one? This one's probably got a picture on both sides even.
Yes. Oh, look at that guy on the back. Have a great day, guys. Hey, thanks. You too.
This is an oldie, but a goodie. This is one of the, what I call cloud people. I used to have a lot of moments where staring into the clouds, I'd see things of that nature. And so I would just draw. I would draw the trumpet players and things of that nature. I always called them the cloud people. Some people probably refer to them as angels.
I need a tour of the yard.
It's epic.
We recently emptied out a storage unit, and all that back there is art.
It's magical back there. Like I was
Just
taking the
stacked
trash
up.
out this morning, and it was just unbelievable back there. I had this moment where those 2 sentinel pieces are just standing back there watching over the backyard.
That's his clear coating station. Old doors.
I'm kind of not really the best at getting things done, so I wind up living in squalor a lot, like all great folk artists do.
This one should be going to New York soon. Little tree. That guy, old turtle.
It'll be getting the clear coat here in just a little bit when we're done making this picture here.
Let's see.
Live feed.
The tabletop, that's not finished yet. And there is a cat and a big tree. And I think someone's asking about A wolf. Can he make wolves in a natural scene?
Might be able to.
He'd have to sketch it up first, but yeah.
If you follow us, and I'm not trying to fish for notifications, but if you follow us, and you never know, like you might tune in when the notifications go off, and I might be doing a wolf that day.
They love the tree. Thanks.
Thank you.
We've sold a lot of the trees. That's what's going to Colorado this week, is a big tree.
I love making trees. The gentleman told me to...
Can he make Nicki Minaj? Even if he could. Never mind.
I'll just draw you a big peach.
He actually is not, he does like people and things, but he's not really a portraiture kind of artist.
Yeah, it's not my forte. I didn't mean to be an artist, so I'm just all self-taught. And I haven't spent a lot of time studying portraiture art. I mostly draw to turn my brain off and drift along and see where my subconscious is going to take me. So that's kind of why I draw. So it's one of those.
And then sometimes he thinks he's gonna draw a turtle and he draws that.
Yeah. I've been drawing a turtle for 3 weeks now, and I wound up drawing another camel. Like, you know what I'm saying? I probably had turtles on my mind.
I love Nicki Minaj. I was being serious too. Would love to see it. Man. You know, there are other solar artists that kind of sketch things out first, and they can do more finer art like that. He's kind of more of a folk impressionist sunburner.
Yeah, like I started with the rump on this and wound up with the hump on this, and that's how we got to a camel. I'm going to use this in here. Put this in here. I'm going to make that shadow a little better. So with the larger focal point, I can just kind of heat it up. And it doesn't penetrate the wood, it just burns the surface a little bit more. Gives it more of a shaded effect.
Why am I only seeing this for the first time here? Well, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If it's sunny in Louisville, Kentucky, we get out here and burn. Well, he burns. I watch.
We get out here and do our thing, though. We're a team. Without her, I wouldn't be able to sit here and interact. She wouldn't be able to entertain a dog for me, and I'd be all worried about him all the time.
Pet cats.
Not have to worry about whether she was happy at work or not. This way I know she's happy at work. Thanks for having me put those birds in, whoever had me put those birds in, I appreciate it. They actually look like a little face in there too.
Yeah.
I think this one's just about ready for signing. We'll sit this out of the sun so it doesn't cook the world by accident.
I feel like doing this is kind of dangerous. That's why when he's done, he puts them in that box. You can't leave them laying around. That's how things accidentally catch on fire.
There's a whole lot of smoke tails on here, so this is going to burn so fast.
He likes that lens when he signs and dates them.
I used to use a microscope lens, but this one's got a fine enough focal point, and it burns a lot faster because it's capturing like 4 times the amount of light as the other one was. This is the second largest magnifying lens that I've ever seen in a rear projection TV. I have a lens that some people that used to do a lot of scrapping in the neighborhood got me, and it's 6 inches in diameter, and it's 2 lenses in a cylinder like a Canon. And it's I've never really used it to make art yet, but I keep it, and I always daydream about one day doing something with it because It's cool, but it's hard. It's got to be perfectly perpendicular.
Keep up the amazing work. So much talent.
Thank you. Is it the 15th?
Yes. I had to check.
I checked too in my mind. I was pretty certain. I try to sign them all so there's an authentication process, but also it's like they're all covered with my fingerprints by the time it's all over with. So if you're ever really worried, you know.
There it is. Solarcombustion.art is our website. If you're interested in anything.
Get some of this off of here.
He's gonna clear coat it. Get it ready to hang up. I'm really notorious, my wife hates it, but I'm notorious for ruining clothes. Because I get caught up in the moment and I just don't care what I'm wearing. I just do whatever I feel like I need to do at that moment in time. And then I deal with the repercussions later. But she's super nice. There's no like, she's never really mad at me or anything. You make tacos.
But it's one of those like, I get made fun of a lot. Like, oh, you can't have nothing nice. I know. I thank you for getting me more stuff and dressing up your dummy, but your dummy's going to ruin everything.
Thank you. Honestly, really impressive with the lens and level of detail. Appreciate it. Is that it for now?
I think that's it for the moment.
Thanks for stopping by.
Smudge this in here a little bit. So thank you.
That is great.
And this is what I always say. This is kind of my Bob Ross moment. I burn those lines in real deep. And then I can kind of shade it in a little bit. And now look at that. We get a little bit of a little more camel than we realized we were getting without having to do a whole lot more work. You know, I could sit there and try to make all that all day, but it'd be so contrite. And that's where people that use the smaller lenses, they're more talented at that kind of stuff than I am. I'm always going to give those people their props for their precision and their accuracy to detail and their attention to detail. This is just what I'm compelled to do because I find it to be fun for myself. And sometimes it's I hope it's watchable. I hope everybody enjoys themselves while they're here with us.
Yeah, we're starting to get spam, so it's time to...
Yeah, I love y'all. Until we meet again.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for coming by.
My nudes in bio. No thanks.